The airspace revolution, charting advanced air mobility, 3D networks, and technological sovereignty. What if a regulatory decision made today isn't just about approving a new type of aircraft, but the genesis of a massive transformation sweeping across aviation, communications, and artificial intelligence? In 2026, the FAA launched the eVTOL Integration Pilot Program, e-IPP, under its Innovate28 framework, accelerating the deployment of advanced air mobility, AAM, ahead of the 2028 Summer Olympic Games in Los Angeles, LA28. Concurrently, major developers are entering the final stages of aircraft type certification. This signals that electric flying cars, once relegated to science fiction, are materializing into a real transportation system. But the vital question remains, is an eVTOL revolutionary simply because it flies, or is it merely the first visible piece of a vastly superior integrated system? Let's deep dive into every dimension of this technology. Engineering battlegrounds, diverse core architectures. Electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, eVTOLs, hover like helicopters but cruise forward using airplane aerodynamics. Today, global industry titans are deploying radically different engineering architectures tailored to distinct market segments. Joby Aviation, USA, targets urban passenger air taxi services with a tilt rotor design, 6 tilting propellers. Specs: top speed of 322 km per hour, a range of 160 km per charge, carrying 4 passengers and 1 pilot. Its defining edge is a near-silent hover footprint at just 45 decibels. Archer Aviation, USA, fields the Midnight model, utilizing a tilt propeller architecture backed by automotive manufacturing giant Stellantis. Specs: 450 kg payload, 4 passengers and 1 pilot, optimized for high-frequency, short-haul back-to-back flights ranging 30 to 80 kilometers, featuring a rapid recharge cycle of just 10 to 12 minutes. Beta Technologies, USA, sharpens focus on cargo logistics and medical transport with the Alia 250. It leverages a lift and cruise system, physically separating lift rotors from the rear propulsion propeller to radically minimize mechanical complexity. Specs: heavy-duty 635 kg payload, or 5.6 cubic meters of cargo volume, with an extended operational range of up to 400 kilometers. EHang, China, takes a fundamentally different approach with the EH216S, utilizing a multi-rotor architecture, 16 fixed propellers. It stands as the world's first autonomous aerial vehicle to secure a type certificate from the China CAAC for completely pilotless commercial operations. Specs: fully autonomous, pilotless, transport carrying 2 passengers with a 220 kg payload, a top speed of 130 km per hour, and a short-range 30 km battery radius, ideal for intra-city hops, aerial tourism, and rooftop islanding in megacities. Xpeng Aero HT, China, dissolves the barrier between road and sky with the land aircraft carrier. This system features a 6-wheeled hybrid overland vehicle that carries a modular 2-seat all-electric eVTOL drone inside its rear cargo bay. Specs: the drone features foldable rotors and flies on 100% electric power, while the overland mother vehicle acts as a mobile charging station, enabling multiple flight rotations off the grid. Regardless of their architectural variations, every company is waging a war against the exact same laws of thermodynamics and battery chemistry, achieving sufficient energy density while driving down operational costs low enough to scale for the masses. The unseen network, UTM, and the 4-layer architecture. When you look closely, the physical eVTOL vehicle is actually the least critical piece of the broader equation. Imagine a decade from now, thousands of eVTOLs and tens of thousands of autonomous delivery drones navigating the sky over a single metropolis. Who manages this invisible grid? This is why the air traffic layer, specifically the next-generation unmanned traffic management infrastructure, will hold significantly more market value than the aircraft themselves. The UTM must process massive data streams in fractions of a millisecond to achieve dynamic routing, real-time autonomous flight path adjustments, deconfliction, automated mid-air collision avoidance, micro-weather assessment, tracking hyperlocal microgusts and thermal turbulence weaving around skyscrapers, facility management, optimizing energy grids and landing schedules at vertiports. At this intersection, the physical hardware fuses directly into the global telecommunications infrastructure. Moving forward, the global data network will be split cleanly into 4 definitive layers. Space layer, low Earth orbit satellites, for example Starlink, providing global low-latency data arrays. Air layer, high-altitude platform stations, or HAPS, stratospheric solar drones acting as airborne cellular towers. Ground layer, 5G advanced and 6G grids with integrated sensing and communication, ISAC, tracking objects through radio waves. Vehicle layer, intelligent autonomous eVTOLs and unmanned aerial vehicles acting as airborne edge computing nodes. When entirely integrated, an eVTOL stops being a mere aircraft. It becomes a flying edge computing node floating within an omniscient intelligent web. AI swarm intelligence and national security. To make the economics of this system viable in the long run, we must achieve full autonomous flight. However, before an AI can safely pilot these commercial routes, it must train through millions of physics loops inside a digital twin, a hyper-precise virtual copy of a city, mirroring its exact wind vectors, weather patterns, and structural obstacles. Tech giants like NVIDIA are investing billions into Omniverse and world models because the future AI will not be tasked with commanding a single isolated aircraft. It will control the entire hive simultaneously through swarm intelligence. Once fully matured, this infrastructure will naturally scale into a national sensing layer for homeland security. By seamlessly fusing LEO satellites, stratospheric HAPSs, autonomous drones, and ground networks, the state gains an omniscient real-time monitoring engine. Filtered continuously by AI, this layer can intercept border anomalies, detect emerging wildfires, and map flash floods instantly. The ultimate goal: technological sovereignty. This brings us to the most vital question of all: technological sovereignty. If the primary navigation grids, the UTM architectures, and the underlying AI operating models are entirely dependent on foreign superpowers, a nation becomes a mere consumer, trapped under rules it cannot govern. Therefore, the ultimate strategic milestone for a country like Thailand is not building the absolute best physical eVTOL vehicle. Instead, the focus must shift entirely towards establishing core sovereign infrastructure. A native network and air traffic layer, UTM, hyper-precise digital twins of critical economic metropolises, regulatory sandboxes alongside a robust facility layer comprising vertiports and resilient renewable smart grids, strategic spectrum allocation and airspace zoning, a universal battery swap standard for cross-platform logistics. Every single piece of technology, from ultra-high-density solid-state batteries to 6G network arrays, is currently consolidating into a single ecosystem. The ultimate value does not belong to any single isolated component. It belongs entirely to system integration. Right now, the most valuable asset is not capital, it is time. The clock is ticking before these next-generation sovereign airspaces are permanently locked down and claimed. The definitive race of this decade is not about who builds the first flying car. It is about who can visualize the intersection of these technologies and lay down the foundational infrastructure first.